spin on the contact with Lloyd Roach there. Out of the hairpin. Cars now sprint up across the start and finish line. Through then comes the Martin Rutherford-driven Beetle. You also saw in the background the Golf R32 in the hands of Malcolm David, that four-wheel drive car. And there, locking up Paul Lloyd Roach. Don't forget it's a diesel. That's the car that Mike Neuhoff won races with last year. And Lloyd Roach understeering a little bit wide at Clairvaux corner. He's going to need the panel beaters on the right-hand side before the next race, but he's still going well. But he's being caught by the R32, the new 3.2-litre Golf in the hands of Malcolm David. That's effectively running in road trim. Just to prove the point about what a quick car it is. Up now towards Tower come the Beetles here. Number 26 is Jason Marino. Martin Rutherford right up behind him. Making the run now, left and right through the Jim Clark S's. Once again, the Beetles are nose to tail, and then two differing sorts of Golfs, the TDI and the R32 together. Lloyd Roach versus Malcolm David. Martin Rutherford there with a bit of flapping bodywork at the front. You can see the bonnet flapping away. He turns his way now through Sunny, right up behind Jason Marino, and he gets a quicker run coming out, does he? Had a look on the inside, the door was closed. Marino hanging onto the place now as they make the run up once again towards the complex. These two nose to tail. Martin Rutherford then, the man from Middlesex, tucked right up behind Jason Marino, the Citygate Volkswagen car, desperately looking for a way through. Is there a gap on the inside of the hairpin? Yes, there is! Side by side into the corner. Martin Rutherford goes through, bit of understeer from Marino. That cost him a little bit of time, and he runs slightly wider there. So now Martin Rutherford gains a place. Lee Wharton there, diving up on the inside and going ahead of George Haynes. Another good move we see then in the race. Lee Wharton ahead now in the Golf of the Vento. Sprinting the run up towards the chicane. That's Jason Marino making a real mess of it. Brakes late, understeers off through the gravel, bounces back onto the circuit, then gets all sideways, recovers, but that's going to cost him a whole heap of time. And now Lloyd Roach and Malcolm David are right with him as well. Welcome back to Croft in North Yorkshire for round 9 of the Volkswagen Racing Cup. The race being a battle between Nick Beaumont and Ian Carvel, but some great scraps further down the order as well. Here is Nick Beaumont. He is the man leading the race. Ian Carvel led early on. Beaumont squeezed past him before the break, and now Ian Carvel in the Turbo Lupo doing his best to get back ahead there of Nick Beaumont. They come nose to tail through the hairpin. On board with Ian Carvel now, making the run up across the start and finish line, down towards Clairvaux corner. Nick Beaumont, the race leader, trying to get away a little bit. Normally aspirated, 2.8-litre Golf leading the race. Further back, the battles of other shapes of Golf. In other words, the Mark IV TDI of Paul Lloyd Roach fending off the R32 of Malcolm David there. And the cars accelerate now through Sunny out up towards the complex. Paul Lloyd Roach in the ex-Neuhoff Turbo Diesel Mark IV Golf. The damage done when he tried to avoid a spinning Martin Rutherford on the first lap of the race. There you can see the much bulkier looking but very quick and effective R32, the four-wheel drive car. It's been driven this year by a string of motoring journalists. Malcolm David, though, in the car this weekend. And that's Ken Lark going great guns with the Volkswagen Corrado. Turning his way now up out of the chicane. Another glorious sounding car that, and Ken Lark now makes the run down towards the right-hander of Tower. Behind him is Dan Taylor's Vento. Turn right out of Tower, then the run towards the Jim Clark S's and Barcroft in the background there. Lloyd Allard's rather sorry looking Golf after it was eliminated in the lap 1 accident. Lee Wharton though here, number 21, going well with his Mark IV Golf. Lee Wharton making his way out of Tower. George Haynes' Vento has slipped back behind him, and Lee Wharton then accelerates off to the S's as the race leaders thread their way around the complex once again. Up front is Nick Beaumont, and Ian Carvel tucked right up behind him. The diminutive little Lupo looking for a way to get back onto terms with the V6. Slightly more powerful perhaps Golf as they come across the line. Ian Carvel hard at work. And that car, very nimble, has a slight advantage, it seems, maybe around the complex. Here, though, Ken Lark coming under pressure again. He's got Dan Taylor bearing down on him now. Ken Lark there with the exhaust, I think, trailing on the ground. Yes, the exhaust pipe then looking lower than it really should be as he comes out of the hairpin now. Ken Lark accelerates away up towards the start and finish.